to Story Time with Allan. And today's book is called The Jolly Postman, or Other People's Letters, by Janet and Allan Ahlberg. Once upon a bicycle, so they say, a jolly postman came one day from over the hills and far away with a letter for the 3 bears. And here is the letter. Mr. and Mrs. Bear, 3 Bears Cottage, the Woods. Oh, let's see what it says. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Bear and Baby Bear, I am very sorry indeed that I came into your house and ate Baby Bear's porridge. Mommy says I am a bad girl. I hardly eat any porridge when she cooks it. She says Daddy says he will mend the little chair. Love from Goldilocks. P.S. Baby Bear can come to my party if he likes. There will be 3 kinds of ice cream and a magician. I like how she spells things. That was cute. Wow. All right. So the bears read the letter, except Baby Bear. The postman drank his tea, and what happened next we'll very soon see. Off went the postman, toodaloo, in his uniform of postal blue, to a gingerbread cottage and garage too, with a letter for the Wicked Witch. Oh, open now, don't delay. This could be your lucky day. Free witch watch with every order. Let's see what this has to say. Oh, how do you open it? There we go. Oh, Hobgoblin Supplies Limited. Everything for the modern witch delivered to your door or den. Covens catered for. Deadly lampshades, nice and gloomy. Easy, clean, non-stick cauldron set with free recipe for toad in the hole. Little boy pie mix. Halloween boot, big broom, witching hourglass. That's cute. That was for the Wicked Witch. So the witch read the letter with a cackle of glee, while the postman read the paper, but left his tea. It was green. Soon the jolly postman, we hear tell, stopped at a door with a giant bell, and a giant bottle of milk as well, with a postcard for, guess who? Mr. V. Big Mile High House, Beanstalk Gardens. Oh, this is probably for the giant. What do you think? Dear Giant Big, having a nice time, me, my mom, and your hen that lays the golden eggs. It's better than traveler's checks. Saw a bloke as he was flying down. He was bigger than you. I've took note of his address. Take care of yourself and your talking harp. I'll be back for that one of these days. I shouldn't wonder. Bye for now, your very little pal, Jack. Oh, Jack. Jack and the Beanstalk. Get back in there, you little letter. So the giant read the postcard with baby on his knee, and the postman wet his whistle with a thimbleful of tea. Once more on his bicycle the postman rode to a beautiful palace, so we've been told, where nightingales sang and a sign said "Sold," with a letter for Cinderella. There's a surprise. H.R.H. Cinderella, the Palace, Half Kingdom Road. Let's see what the letter for Cinderella says. Oh, what's this? Cinderella, the story of a fairy tale princess. Oh, there's a whole story about Cinderella here. Well, all right. It's pretty small, but I think we can read it. All right, let's go here. Here we go. There once was a young woman named Cinderella who had a cruel stepmother, 2 cruel and ugly stepsisters, and a father who was not around much. One day the postman arrived with an invitation to the royal ball. The stepmother and the sisters got dressed in their finery and departed almost at once, leaving Cinderella alone. She couldn't go to the ball. She had nothing to wear and no transport. Such a tiny book. Luckily, at that moment, Cinderella's fairy godmother dropped in. Finding Cinderella in tears, she worked her magic and sent her off to the ball. In a beautiful gown and a golden coach. But be back by 12, she said. The magic stops at midnight. So Cinderella went to the ball and had a marvelous time. She ate lots of little sausages on sticks and danced constantly with the prince, who obviously admired her. Then, just when things were going well, the clock struck 12 and Cinderella had to run for it. The prince was inconsolable until, that is, he found one of Cinderella's glass slippers, which cheered him up. The next day he went looking for a young woman whose foot... Oh, what's the best of the story? Would fit the slipper, meaning to marry her, if she'd have him. All the women in the town, young and old, and even the ugly sisters, tried on the slipper, but without success. Then, finally, Cinderella tried it on, and it fitted her. Oh, and it fitted, of course, and that was that. A few days later, Cinderella and the prince were married. Telegrams of congratulations arrived from every corner of the kingdom, and the newspapers were full of the event. Fairy Tale Princess, the headlines proclaimed, which, on this occasion, it must be said, was really no exaggeration at all. The end. That is pretty cool. A story of magic and romance, glass slippers, and little sausages on sticks. The best happy ever after tale of all. Well, and this little book cost $2.95. This is probably the smallest book I've ever read there. Let's put the back there. Let's see what this letter says, or whatever this is. Dear Princess, we at the Piper Press hope soon to publish a little book for younger readers in celebration of your recent marriage to H.R.H. Prince Charming. A copy of this book is enclosed for your approval. We trust this somewhat shortened version of your Highness's most marvelous tale will not displease you. We also trust that you will be comfortable in your new home and live happily ever after. Your humble servant and loyal subject to be, Peter Piper. Peter Piper, Managing Director. Peter Piper sent them a letter. That's pretty cool. So Cinders read her little book. The postman drank champagne and wobbled off on his rounds again and again and again. Oops. Later on, the postman, feeling hot, came upon a grandma in a shady spot. But grandma, what big teeth you've got! Besides, this is a letter for, B.B. Wolfe, Esquire, care of Grandma's Cottage, Horner's Corner. Let's see what this says here. Oh, upside down. Dear Mr. Wolfe, we are writing to you on behalf of our client, Miss Riding Hood, concerning her grandma. Miss Hood tells us that you are presently occupying her grandma's cottage and wearing her grandma's clothes without this lady's permission. Please understand that if this harassment does not cease, we will call in the official woodcutter and, if necessary, all the king's horses and all the king's men. On a separate matter, we must inform you that Messrs. Three Little Pigs Limited are now firmly resolved to sue for damages. Your offer of shares in a turnip or apple-picking business is declined, and all this huffing and puffing will get you nowhere. Yours sincerely, Harold Meany. Oh, boy. Well, so Grandma read the letter and poured the tea, which the not-so-jolly postman drank nervously. I bet he did. Now the jolly postman, nearly done, so is the story, came to a house where a party had begun. On the step was a bear with a bun, but the letter was for Goldilocks. To Goldilocks, 24 Blackbird Road, Banbury Cross. Let's see what the letter to Goldilocks says. What's this? Bank of Wonderland. I promise to pay the bearer on demand the sum of £1. Oh, okay. What else is in here? Is there anything else in there? Oh, we got a... Nope. That's it. It's just some money. They just sent some money. All right. So Goldilocks put the money in the pocket of her dress, asked the postman to her party, and of course he answered yes. Once upon a bicycle, so they say, a jolly postman came one day from over the hills and far away, and went home in the evening for tea. The end. What a strange, odd little book this is, but I don't believe I've ever read one like it. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time on Storytime with Og. Bye-bye.